Hello everyone, welcome back. So far we have seen how we have implemented add functionality, list functionality, and remove functionality CLI command in our pair programming learning journey. Now in this session we will implement the update command. The primary goal is to enable the functionality for updating tasks in the to-do list. Let's look into the implementation steps. The first task is to create a function to update a to-do item by ID. This involves writing a Python function that takes the unique identifier, ID, of a to-do item and the new details for the item, then updates the item accordingly. The function will handle the logic for locating the correct item based on the provided ID and applying the updates. The second task is to update the JSON file after updating an item. Since the to-do items are stored in a JSON file, this task involves modifying the contents of the JSON file to reflect the changes made to the specified item. The function created in the first task will need to interact with this JSON file to ensure that the updated details are saved persistently. The third and final task is to update the CLI to include the update command. This involves modifying the CLI setup, likely in the todo.py file, to recognize and handle the update command. This means defining a new command and click that triggers the function created in the first task, allowing users to update to-do items via the command line. Overall, this session is about enhancing the CLI with the capability to modify tasks in the to-do list, ensuring that users can keep their tasks current and accurate. This functionality is an essential part of the to-do application, as it allows users to make changes to their tasks as needed, maintaining the relevance and usefulness of their to-do list. So let's jump into the Visual Studio Code to start the implementation. We are into the Visual Studio Code and we are going to implement update command. And to implement update command we need to perform these three tasks. So let's ask our programming partner GitHub Copilot. So to do that I will ask help me to implement these selected tasks. And it has returned me the steps to implement. So let's look into that. In the step 1 it is suggesting to create a new file update.py in the commands directory. And also suggesting to insert these given code. And in the step 2 it is suggesting to update the todos.py file with these given code where it has incorporated the update command for CLI. So now let's perform all these steps. But before that I would like to tell you that I have inserted some to-do items into the JSON file that I will use for our this session demo. As you remember in our last session I have removed the single entry item while doing the demo. So it got empty. Hence I added some entry for this session demo. So guys, let's select command folder and create a new file called update.py file. Next insert this code and save the file. I will walk you through the code after the implementation. For a time being just proceed to the next step. In the next step we will go to the todos.py file and delete this existing code and insert this new code which has the incorporated logic for update command. Now let's ask the GitHub Copilot for usage example. How to use this command. And it has returned me usage example for all the command. But I am interested in this update command. Let's insert this command into the terminal and press enter. It throws error got unexpected extra argument. Let's ask our programming partner what this issue referring for. It's suggesting the error you're encountering is likely due to the way the command line arguments are being parsed. And also suggesting the solution to fix the error. Let's run the first option and see it is updating the item number 1. And you notice here it updated from morning exercise routine to buy groceries and cook dinner. This is really amazing, our programming partner helping us when we encountering the error. Now go back to update.py file and let's discuss about the code. The update function begins by loading the current list of to-do items using the load_todos function. It then checks if the provided to-do_ID is within the valid range, greater than 0 and less than or equal to the number of to-do items. If the to-do_ID is valid, the function updates the task description of the specified to-do item with the new task provided by the user. The updated list of to-do items is then saved using the save_todos function, and a success message is printed to the console using click.echo. The function update that takes two arguments, to-do_id and new_task. The @click.command decorator indicates that this function is a CLI command, and the @click.argument decorators specify that to-do_id should be an integer and new_task should be a string. If the to-do_id is not valid, that is, it is less than 1 or greater than the number of to-do items, the function prints an error message to the console indicating that the provided ID is invalid. This ensures that the user is informed about the incorrect input and can provide a valid to-do ID for the update operation. Now let's discuss about the todos.py file changes. So let's go to todos.py file. And here the only change is line number 5 and line number 15. At line number 5, we are importing the update command context, and at line number 15, we are incorporating the update command logic with CLI. And that's it. Apart from that, everything remains same. So guys, I am done with this session. See you in the next session where we will learn about error handling and validation. The primary goal is to ensure the application can gracefully handle errors and validate user inputs. On this note, I am stopping over here. See you in the next session.